All right, Drew, I'm going to leave this choice up to you. Obviously, we have our character name that we can pick here, but we also have our starting title. That determines what our starting abilities are going to be. We could go with Firebrand, which is what you just saw in the tutorial. Frostbound, which is we have some kind of area of effect ice spells and a big death spike frozen spear. Or Nimbus, which does lightning strikes and can have a chain effect to jump to nearby enemies. The choice is yours.
Had him at Death Spike, so I think he wants Frostbound.
All right, done. I'll pick the name. I'll just go with, instead of Lenelf, I'm gonna go with Lenny. That seems like a pretty good name for a Fictorum. All right, we've got our little bit of backstory here. We should have died, we didn't. We've got some people on our trail, and our goal is to get to the Red Nexus here. You don't see it just yet, but we're going to start seeing some of the Inquisition army chasing after us as we're moving through here and starting to cause some mayhem. And so all that exists at this point, Greg, I am hearing some echo on your line.
All right. I'll be right back.
Okay. So there's this kind of permeating fog that has devastated life below a certain sea level. So in this world, all life exists on mountaintops. So we can go to the Nexus by jumping from mountain to mountain. And so I'm going to pick this one to start ourselves off with. We have these nexes that you saw in the tutorial. That points out how we can travel back to this world map area. All right, so we've got a choice here of exploring a cave on the face of a mountain. I mean, we're right off the bat here. We don't have a whole lot to lose. If we die, we just start another game. I'm leaning towards entering the cave. What do you think? All right, going in the cave. Search of the cave was short, uneventful, and fruitless. He found the entrance once again and made his way to the top. All right, so not really worth our time, but that's all right. At least nothing bad happened. And we also have these towns on each of these mountains. Oh, all right. So let's try this again, and same outcome. That's all right. We have these towns on top of the mountains that indicate stores. I'm not really sure why we have a bunch of starting essence. That's our currency in the game. One note, or I guess I should say a disclaimer. Greg and I just worked, let's say Greg worked really hard to implement level streaming in our game. And as a benefit of doing that, our load times have dropped by about tenfold. I mean, they are substantially less than what they used to be. And just by the nature of how levels are loading now, we might see a few more bugs than we would than usual, just because of how things are doing. And we just got everything good to go today, and I tried to work out as many of the bugs as I could. So we might be seeing a couple weird things, maybe some pieces left over from other levels, or things just not quite making sense. So bear with us. We'll just see what happens. All right, so I'm going to do a quick showing of some of our pieces before we start getting people all riled up. We have our Ice Blast here. Nope, this is Frozen Spear. All right, so Frozen Spear is one of my favorite spells. It just chunks a big ice spear into whoever you're looking at. I'm going to zoom in a little bit and line this up. So, and the way ice spells work in this game is it's a gradual. Each spell has a certain freezing amount. And if I leave this guy that I hit first alone, he'll eventually unfreeze and start attacking me again. He might be a little slowed. See, there he goes. He's pretty slow right right at the moment, and then he'll get back up to normal speed. And it kind of ends with, if you keep using frost spells, they'll just be frozen in place like that. Pretty cool. We also have our shaping mechanic, which in this loadout we have spread, slow, and high impact. Spread is a great ability in it that it just makes more of the projectile that you're using and spreads it out in front of you. Let's get some
Alright,
of
I
these
should be
guys.
back now, I hope.
Yeah, I'm hearing you just fine. And I don't hear any echo.
Echoing. Yep. I've been on for a while now,
Okay.
so if you haven't heard echoing, you shouldn't start
Okay,
hearing
cool.
echoing. I switched headsets.
Got it. And you can't quite see it, but the reason I wasn't moving just there was because I was stunned. I would love to put in a little graphics piece that shows, hey, you're stunned or you're frozen while you're in first person. I just haven't gotten around to that yet. There we go. That person's dead now. Oh yeah, I also have Ice Blast. That's a bigger area of effects on that one. It's great for just slowing down a group of enemies so that you can pick them off one by one. I don't know why that guy flew off like that, but I kind of like it. That guy took a spear in the face. And that one... Now I'm starting to hear some echo, Greg.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I think I know why. I should be able to fix that one
Okay.
without a problem.
I think there might be an archer up there.
Alright, can you still hear me right now?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, tell me if you get some echoing.
I will. And that little aura that you just saw there, that's indicating that we had an item drop off of that guy. We don't, at least I've never been a big fan of having to pick up loot after it's dropped. I mean, if you played the most recent Diablo, you'll remember that you picked up things just by walking close, or you picked up gold at least just by walking close to it.
They've added a few other things to auto pick up.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, they have. That's pretty cool. Like what?
If you click on like one enchanting material, it'll just pick up all enchanting materials around you instead of like having to click on each one of them.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think what we're trending towards, and I think Diablo is a great benchmark as to how loot should work. I mean, they kind of wrote the book on action RPGs, and hey, we are one. Yeah, that's some odd collision there. There we go.
Sorry, I'm laughing at the spears failing to destroy the crystal.
And so all of the items that we find are just automatically picked up off of the bodies. The character will loot as he goes. And as a result, we picked up a new trinket and a new rune. I'm not sure if I'm going to use, either of them, but let's just take a look at them. All right, so this one adds some pretty significant resistances and a couple spell bonuses, but it takes away from our mana, which is pretty low at the moment. Maybe if I get some extra mana to buffer that, I might use that, but for right now, I don't really want to do that. Though I have not played around with stun much at all, so this might be pretty fun. I'm going to switch out our concentrate rune for stun, and let's see what happens with that. All right. And one other thing, if you hadn't noticed, our health is not regenerated. So that's kind of the tricky part of our game, in that you are a really badass wizard, but your health doesn't regenerate, and you've got to be really tactical about how you go through encounters. Greg's a lot better about that than I am. I'm much more of a in-your-face, let's kill these bastards and not really worry about what happens in the process. And it looks like that wall piece just decided to not cooperate there. That's all right.
This is purely an alpha level and will be going away soon.
Oh yeah, that's right. So you get your own, little sneak peek of how things were before they're glorious, before, beta release, things like that. Yep. Oh, one thing I noticed, and this is on the bug report, Greg, enemies seem to clump up as soon as they're spawned. It's almost like they just spawn from the master level spawner. So.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah.
I'll have to take a look from level streaming. May have changed it.
If we end up on one of the levels, the master spawner is right above a castle keep, so everyone on the level spawns on the keep. It's pretty funny.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. All right, so the gold that appeared after I killed that guy indicates that we just found a unique item, so that's pretty cool. Oh, okay, I'm getting lit up by magic. Okay, all right. How about we take out some of these spellcasters?
Did you get rid of the icons again, or gone back to just the effect, or I'm just not seeing the icons?
It should show up. It might have been to... there you go. You would have just seen it there. I haven't really been shaping enough.
Yep, I saw the icon.
Okay. If we just found a rune, I find that those are a little bit more faint because they don't have a background.
Okay. Yeah, we really got to cut mana regeneration.
Yeah, we do.
Because you effectively have infinite mana.
Or increase mana cost. Oh no, we were already saying that for Blink, you can pretty much maintain that ability. Oh crap, I'm stunned. I might die here.
I think Blink may need a cooldown instead of just allowing it to be spammable.
Yeah. Huh. That's interesting.
This is what happens when you remove Concentrate as one of your runes, so you lower your damage on initial spell
Right.
casts as well. Hey, that guy's walking sideways.
Yeah. Oh man, there I go. So that's that master spawn that I was talking about. And I remember in my test earlier today that there were a giant concentration of archers right around the corner here. You can just see a few of them right there. So, all right, well, let's take a look over our story, see how we did. Killed everyone he could find. All right, character statistics aren't still not showing up. I think it might be overwritten on death. I was checking this earlier and it was showing up. So, and
Probably is.
If
blank everything out on death.
If you haven't seen this feature before, this shows what had happened to your character and all of those text-based events that we had mentioned. Oh, so if you see all of the arrows off to the left here, that's a good indication as to exactly how many archers there were around that corner.
I did notice that more enemies than should be spawning are spawning as well. Like the groups just seem to be bigger when I was playing through as well, and I'm not sure why that's changed.
Looks like we might have a little bit of an issue here. I didn't click anything. All right. I don't know how we got to this screen at all. So we're going to need to close out of the game and reopen that.
I'm an event.
Thanks. That's a first.
I don't think we've ever... Probably just haven't tested dying and then restarting without restarting the game.
That's fair. Yeah, Lenny did have a good run. They will be telling the stories of his accomplishments. and his notorious hatred of archers. While we're waiting for Fictorum to boot up, Drew, do you have a second choice as to what we could pick as our loadout? Do you want to go with fire or lightning or stick with frostbound?
Our initial load time still sucks.
Yes, it does. But I'll take that over everything else. Let's try lightning. All right. All right, so we're Lenny Jr. here. And we'll start up here. Same intro. All right. So we've got our town over here. We have a storm right here. Storms are interesting in that you'll have a really hard fight with corrupted. That's sort of a... All right, so if you spend too much time in the miasma, that sort of death fog, you turn into a corrupted. And that's also what's happened a little bit to our main character. And if you end up in a storm location, you're going to fight a ton of corrupted. It's essentially a miasma storm. And visibility is going to be a little bit trickier. And there's very difficult corrupted that you'll have to fight in there. We've mentioned our lich before. Looks like we've got a bunch of people just... Nope, never mind. Move out. Nothing to see here. Let's go on about our business. Just our daily formation.
I wonder why that doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the same thing with enemies. It just seems to...
absolutely. Something in my...
Hey.
Hey, you got the lumber mill in there. Good job, buddy.
I did. Thank you. I don't know why that enemy seems to be just ignoring my lightning bolts, but
all enemies there? No, not that one. You could aim near the ground, near the enemy too.
Yeah, that might work.
Yeah. And chain react.
Yeah.
Chain it.
All right, there's a bunch of magicians over there. Something I was noticing earlier today when I was playing with Lightning Strike is that it seems to be just a little off with aiming. Oh, right off the bat we got a unique. Awesome.
And you also made a pillar appear on a building.
Yeah, I did. All right, let's try to get around these folks. And a rare, that's good. Another rare? Holy crap, we are getting some awesome drops this run. Okay, that got her. What is your deal? Okay, there we go. Finally dead. Interesting.
Pieces of debris still falling. Okay. I think you need to adjust the emitter on lightning a little bit.
How so?
Let it stick it around. Let it stick around for just a little bit longer.
Okay.
There was an instance where you cast and killed some people, and in the frame that the hand was covering the screen, you covered the lightning bolts as well.
Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at that. All right, so we got a unique rune off the bat. Unfortunately, it's not going to help us at all.
Not with lightning.
Not with lightning. It already moves at its maximum velocity, and it has no limit to its range. So that does us zero good, but it's at least 25 essence, so that's that. But we did find rare armor and rare gloves, and rare's just a um, step below our unique quality. And we did find a rare stun rune, and that is twice as good as our existing stun rune, so I'm going to swap that out. All right, let's head over here. Corrupted greeted Lenny Jr.'s ears as soon as he arrived on this mountain. All right, so I had mentioned the Corrupted a little bit. Now we'll get to see them in action. They aren't going to be as amped up and angry as I had mentioned during a miasma storm, but they can still be pretty tricky. Especially the Hulks. They can leap out at you and deal a bunch of damage. So you see them running around over there and slashing around a bit. That's because they're trying to kill a townsperson, which they just did. Good work, guys.
Hey, at least that still works.
Yeah. So, got one on my tail here. Those guys over there, the thicker guys that I just took down, those are shamblers. They just explode when you get really close and deal a bunch of damage. So, just figured I'd take them. Here you go. There's one. Looks like we have this guy just hanging out right there for now. And we also have our brand new town hall that I just put together last week. You can go in and take a look. So all of our buildings do have stuff in them. Our bookshelves are pretty empty right now. I just haven't taken the time to do that. And we can even go up to the top level and take a look out the window if we wanted. Maybe blow out this wall or the roof. It's actually not a bad idea.
We wanted to slow down time while shaping spells so that you had time to shape spells and it wasn't a rush. So we wanted to make sure that it worked well, and we think it does. I've got to go.
Oh, all right.
Hopefully we'll be back soon.
All right, buddy. The joys of parenting. There is fall damage in the game. It doesn't start for a pretty significant height. And it's not, you would have to fall like, I don't know, 100, 200 feet to actually deal some significant damage. So at least there's that. And I might put in some items down the line that will reduce fall damage so that you can kind of fly around and do whatever you want. Okay, so we kind of lucked out here and picked up a piercing rune. So pierce will continue through enemies, and with chain lightning, or with the chain reaction rune that we already have, it can be really powerful. So even though we have concentrate, well, it does increase impact damage so we're losing a little bit of our impact damage in order to continue traveling through enemies. And with chain reaction, it could be a really good combo. So let's just play around with that and see what happens. All right, ramshackle fort in the distance, torches blazing, faint lave held by ones that were not welcoming. It's also really refreshing having the load times down to what they are. It would typically be about 40 seconds in between levels. Looks like we got the morning huddle once again. And who better to try this out on? All right, there's Pierce. Yes, that lit up quite a few people. I am terrible at hitting these guys. That's that aiming mechanic that I was mentioning earlier. It's always to the... seems to be to the right of where I'm aiming, so... Okay, that got him. Whoa! Alright. Line them up. Okay, you can see them travel through them all the way back. Roughly how long is one playthrough? I mean, it depends on how well you're doing. I think ideally I'd like to have a playthrough last about 2 or 3 hours. It's kind of more about the... It's kind of along the lines of FTL's playtime of trying to unlock things on multiple playthroughs, or just tinker around with a different loadout of runes and spells. But if you get kind of unlucky on drops and spawns, then it might be a shorter playthrough than you had initially anticipated. Also, if you as you get a little bit more skilled in the game, you might have learn a couple tricks. As with most games, you'll learn a couple tricks that'll help you survive or pull through a little bit longer than you might normally. All right, this place is looking pretty clear. I did see that we picked up a rare. Oh, okay, that's good. So this item is a, what do we call it? An energy maelstrom. Those turn into that essentially is a channeling ability that will quickly regenerate all of your mana. I'll show you how that works in game. All right, and it looks like that's all we did on items. Torches dimly illuminated the mountaintop. Nexus far beyond. Inquisition, Marauders, naturally they want him dead. Alright, so if I cast a bunch of spells to try to get my mana down, which I can't because my mana regeneration is a bit too high, I can cast this, you could hear that Q sound. Oh man, we've got a lot of people here. Hold on a second. Oh, crap. Stunned. Alright, let's get some distance from those guys. Since I have infinite blink, I don't really have to worry about mana conservation. guess if I have infinite mana regeneration, I might as well make use of it. Alright, well that makes a much easier time of things. There we go. Let's get rid of the rest of these guys. The teleporting thing we are absolutely planning on keeping in the game. I think it's just, as a wizard, you should be able to kind of get around to wherever you need to be. If you need to, whether that be to get into the fray or get a little bit of distance between you and your enemy. Blink is something that we are planning for in our level design and in our equipments. Alright, so a void shard, it looks like this is something that I can replace my blink with, and it essentially fulfills all of the same abilities of blink, but it gives me a little bit of resistance and mana regeneration, which is much better than my current 16 health bonus. And I have a 17 mana amulet that I'm going to use. Alright, and the rest is trash. But it's funny you should mention developer thing just to make getting around easier. That was how the spell started, and then we liked it so much that we just made it a part of the game. Alright, so we have a choice here. We just came across a small camp with, it looks like the inhabitants left in a hurry, uncooked food waiting by the fire, and a few sacks and satchels with belongings remained. Should we check inside for anything of magical value, or just because the world was destroyed by magic, an entire religion was hunting him, and every semblance of normal life was frankly impossible, doesn't mean that Lenny Jr. needed to make someone else's day worse. He left their belongings alone. Also, the intense wind that's going on right now is not something that we plan for release in the world map. Maybe some nice soothing music, maybe some Kenny G playing through. That'd be kind of nice. They left their stuff. It's up for grabs. All right, that's what I was thinking too. All right, let's check through. Inhabitants are dead in their sleeping rolls. Looks like whatever killed them was fairly efficient about it and cleaned them out. Wizard found nothing of value in the camp. All right, well, no loss. Let's go to town and see what we got here. And even if there's nothing really worth our time as far as purchase, we can always enchant some things, which I might do anyways. Just selling off the junk, selling the junk, selling the junk. All right, we have plenty of stun runes, so I don't need that. You know, I'm never going to use that, so let's get rid of it. I like all of the rooms that I've got right now. I'm not going to keep any of the other ones. So let's just dump them. And with that, that gives us a ton of resources here. So, I mean, I'm a big fan of enchanting spells and runes. That gives a pretty good, pretty solid benefit. So, enchant cost on that is 7. We can enchant up to 3 times. Each one increases the attributes by 10%. All right, that's done. And let's go over here. Let's get our chain reaction up to max. And might as well get Pierce too. Ah, shoot. Looks like I sold the wrong stun rune. Oh, well. And... well, we fortunately have plenty of essence for that. And... let's see here. That one's pretty good. I might do that. Yeah, let's enchant this one. And that'll do it for enchanting. Probably could have bought that earring had I been paying attention. Or that source, that would have been handy. Should definitely heal up a little bit. I guess I don't really need that. That sells for 44. Let's sell that too. And I'll just heal up the rest of the way. All right. Local militia alerted by carrier pigeon that the Fictorum was in the region. Ah, great. Can everything be enchanted? I'm pretty sure every item in the game can be enchanted. Yes. At least that's the way enchanting works right now. And it works kind of across the board. The benefits of the item will increase by 10% with each enchantment. It's also really overpowered right now. It's not, I mean, I don't know if it's overpowered right now, or we're getting essence so easily that we can just do it with abandon. I mean, we shouldn't be able to have a spell and 3 runes that are at their maximum enchantment level in the first region. That's just not how we're planning this game to be. That we're at the level right now that we should have encountered maybe in region 4 or 5. I mean, you can see, even without shaping, that I've got chain reaction going everywhere. It's piercing through stuff. This is now, I mean, we have taken our standard lightning bolt and made it an incredibly powerful spell. And our mana regenerates incredibly fast, so it's not even much of a thought to cast the spell. And let's just shape that. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time hitting mages specifically. Okay. There we go. Okay, unique boots here. The kite shield of soiled diapers, that's pretty terrible. And a slow rune. This might actually be a good chance to test this. I came across this during my test earlier today. Yeah, we should never be able to have this happen, so why not try this out? Slow is something that should only ever be applied to cold spells. And for some reason we're able to do that now with lightning, so we might as well just run with it. Alright. Fictorum dreamed of a child visiting the grand city of Myrdul, but as he grew older, never realistically expected that he would visit it in person. The ancient city was one of few that predated the Cataclysm, which added an entirely new dimension to the area's culture. The scholar within Lenny Jr. wished that he was traveling here under different circumstances, but while the burning in his heart and the knot in his stomach steeled the nimbus to continue. Remember, that's our starting title. Understanding the risks. So we could either choose to indulge ourselves and explore the Merdul Historical Society, or move on in a really pissed off fashion, which is really just our normal fashion, because the Fictorum's always kind of pissed off. The choice is yours, Drew. Let the inner child run free. All right. Despite making every attempt to be inconspicuous, a concerned citizen noticed Lenny Jr. as she crossed paths with him and hastily made her way to an Inquisition outpost. Bells resounded throughout the town, and the city prepared to defend itself. Well, that sucks. And also, all right. Looks like we got a big group of people over there, and they are not happy. Fortunately, we have our awesome lightning spell of death and cold. I'm curious if it will actually slow people. Yeah, I'm hearing freezing noises. I don't know if you are on your end. Okay, got stunned. Alright. Lots of bullet hell here. Okay, let's just do that. Yep, you can see the little aura, the frost aura, showing that they got frozen there. That's pretty awesome. Let's get over here, get them all lined up. Hey, buddy.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. We've got slow on lightning now. I have no idea how that happened, but I'm not going to argue.
No, you have to shape each spell individually for it to take.
Oh, right.
It's just the base spell that's being cast. And obviously we have lots of balancing to do. But
yep.
The concept's there.
These sideways runners are pretty damn funny. When you shape a spell, does it continue in that fashion until you shape it again? It does not. Shaping is something special that you're applying to the current spell that you're trying to cast. And you've got to take the time to set that up again. Fortunately, you can see from how gameplay is going that it's really quick, and it also slows down time, so there's not really too much of a detriment to do it, other than just being impatient, which sometimes I can sympathize with and want to just burn people down. There was no miasma storm that day. However, the corrupted still came out of the mist. The citizens of Rintar thought they were safe nestled in the mountain, but on that day they faced two threats. I'm not sure why we got why we are getting all of these things now. I'm assuming these were the items that I should have gotten at the end of the last level. But we did get a meteor, so that's pretty fun. Let's see. And another lightning bolt. Well, we might as well play around with meteor a little bit. And an earring. Oh, right, we got those unique boots there. And they are significantly better than my old ones, other than the ice damage, which I don't even have an ice spell, so I'm going to use those. Let's take a look at our loadout. Okay, so a slowing meteor. All right. So we don't have enough runes to fully shape this thing, but we do have 2 runes that we're going to be able to use, which is fine. We just won't use one of the corners.
Shaping the spell does not currently change the mana cost of the spell. However, while you're shaping or holding a spell in general, your mana cost slowly drains. So spells in this game don't have more of a hold cost more than they have a. They have an initial cost and they have a hold cost, and all the shaping costs is that hold cost of the spell.
Oh, hey.
Although that may change in testing.
Unfortunately, with this meteor, all we have is pierce and slow. And neither of those are incredibly useful for meteor. And now you can just see I'm laying waste to these guys without even having to shape spells. Mana generation is super high. What'd you say, Greg?
Oh, I was just going to say, as you should, since it's one of the most powerful spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really gotta do something about spell spamming.
Yeah. Well, at least for Blink.
And for Lightning Bolt.
I don't know if we need to. I mean, we could just make it.
I'll discuss with it. Discuss it with you later.
All right. Okay, we just picked up a high explosive rune, and that would go very well with a with our meteor. So let's go into our runes page, throw that on there. Now, since the effective radius of the lightning bolt is really low, it doesn't make much sense to put high explosive on there. But since you can see there on the splash radius, it's 0.65 for the lightning bolt, but for meteor it's 0.5. So, or excuse me, 5 solid. So with the high explosive rune thrown onto it, this is going to be a really powerful spell now. And we might as well just blow up some houses for the hell of it. And with one meteor, I have completely leveled a house and several others.
My stream is significantly behind where I'm hearing you. The problem with watching a stream while listening to you live.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah, these mages can't hide this time.
Maybe you'll juke your lightning bolts, but not your meteors.
Yeah. Nope. Hey, guys. Alright, let's just drop that on her. Maybe I'll time this right. That's pretty great. Oh. Something knocked me back. It might have been my own spell. Well, that's just a poor, unsuspecting civilian. Doesn't get old. Can't tell you how many times I've seen that happen. And, dang it. Looks like we got a unique there. Oop. if you use a piercing spell on one spell, are you able to use it again on another, or is it used up once in a spell? You can use it on as many spells as you like. And our day just our day just got a lot better. All right.
Did you get a spread rune, is that?
I got a multi-shot.
Fantastic.
And let's see here. All right, so let's just start picking through here. All right, I know I want the multi-shot rune on there. I'm going to keep Pierce on there because that's... And I just like having that one in the lower left there. That's just me. Okay, how's my mana looking? I might consider throwing this on there for some resistance, since we have... Actually, we're not doing too bad on resistances. But since we're using Meteor, which is a pretty hefty spell... Oh, I know what I can do. Alright, that gives us 200, and then I can equip this to take down my mana a little bit, but also give me all resistance, which is really good. I don't know what gloves I have. Okay, those aren't super good. 70 health, that's a lot, but my gloves are good. Okay, focusing. All right, record show.
Well, because we're bad with social media, thanks for tweeting us out, Digital Drew. I appreciate it. 30 minutes ago.
Better late than never. Alright, so now things are going to get stupid fun with multi-shot high explosive meteor with Pierce.
This is a good level to have a...
Yeah, it is. And just watch her fly. Alright, well, we'll just finish her off with lightning bolt. I think he's going to be too fast for it. Oh, there we go. That's how we do it.
I've got to change something with multi-shot and...
Yeah, that was a huge spread. Yeah, that guy's really dead. Alright. Just throw a couple meteors for them. I'm a developer, and I still sometimes cackle with laughter when things like that happen. Oh, God. All right, not much of this place left. Multi-shot meteor is amazing. Oh, hold on. We have some, oh, crap. All right. None of that. None of that. You.
Hey, Darkhaven. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Darkhaven. How's it going?
Just in time to watch some multi-shot meteor mayhem.
Oh, this is fun. All right. All right. Let's see how we did. I don't even think we have a source, so that's pretty good. And I really don't care about... Things don't last long enough to even take damage over time, so I'm not going to use that rune. But I think that is better. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. And the rest will eventually get trashed. Alright, I'm going to go... Ah, shoot. I hate when this happens. This is that bug where... For some reason, even though they aren't that close to the edge, the game just doesn't want to click on certain mountains. So we might be ending our stream. You know, that's fine. We'll just deal with that later. All right. So since I backtracked a little bit and got caught by the Inquisition, now we're going to be dealing with a higher concentration of enemies, since we really have nowhere to go at this point. We can't heal because there are no stores on the map. I can't access the final location. So Lenny Jr. is going to have to go out in a blaze of glory with multi-shot meteor.
And what a blaze of glory it will be.
Yes, it will. Oh, man, all right. So the big purple shots that are being fired at me, those are Aegis or Sentinel blasts. I forgot what we called them. But they do a massive amount of damage and are area of effect. Ah, crap. All right, they're catching up to me. Fortunately, I can teleport and they can't. So I've got to be seriously careful on this map, otherwise I'm going to get lit up by one of those. Oh man, that's satisfying. And just because we can.
That was quite the impressive explosion on the town hall there.
Yeah, it was. Alright, well, it looks like we're safe for the moment, except for that poor archer that's going to have a meteor launched in his face. Bye! Oh, alright. Can't see. Use high explosive because I can't aim, apparently. Alright, let's just get the hell out of here.
I won't make any guarantees about your old GTX 670, but I think it should run it, because there wasn't a huge amount of advancement in video cards in the last, like 3 years, I think, at this point. So let me Google your GTX 670. Oh wow, the GTX 670 performs as well as an 280. You'll be fine with that. Did I lose Chip?
No, I'm still here. I'm just focusing.
Focusing on media. Oh, on the vault.
Oh man, that's funny. You're gonna see some pretty great mayhem in just a moment here. That stream is really behind. All right. Oh god, I just got nailed by a sentinel. Alright, fine guys. I get it. Don't charge in. Let's kill that guy if I can. That should get it. Yep, that guy.
We're looking for a price point of around $20 for our game. It's good to see you struggle on these levels even with multi-shot meteor.
Yeah, it's alright. And I kind of know what I'm doing too. Kind of. Oh, alright, good. It's so satisfying seeing people just get knocked around by meteor. Boom! Eat it. Alright. Back to lightning strike. Oh man, they're all grouped up. We gotta kill them. All right, stay alive, stay alive. Oh yeah, that's so good. All right. It's looking clear. I think Lenny. Oh, you're just a person. I'm sorry. I just killed it. Okay. All right. That's a sentinel tower. You're dead too. Sorry, folks. Playing my douchebag playthrough. Okay, alright. We're good. Made it. We made it. Oh god, and we just got spread too. Holy shit. We need more places to go. Alright. We're going deep.
There definitely will be no stealth element to our game.
Not at all. Okay. Let me quick throw on spread. We're gonna keep that one on there. All right. So I don't need Pierce. That's fine. That's only great on Meteor for crashing through more buildings. That's new. Okay. It's what do you call those? Like the doors that are like that you see in bars and things like that are just like that.
Yeah, I noticed that bug on this map too. The saloon doors.
Yeah, there we go. That's what they're called. All right, don't die. I just need. Oh man, I missed that one. Okay. All right. I don't know where everybody is, but I have a multi-shot spread high explosive meteor, and these fuckers are dying. Okay. Hit him, hit him, hit him. Yeah, hit him! I don't know where you're going to land, but I'm just going to start launching meteors and hope for the best. Okay. Going up here. Going up here. Getting safe. Getting safe. Where'd they go? Oh yeah, high explosive, spread, multi-shot. Witness the destructive power of this fully operational battle station. Alright.
And it's very apparent with Meteor, you see the multiple meteors fly out even when he's not shaping, because when you have the runes equipped, they give you a little bit of...
I think it's like 30% passive.
Yep, pretty much.
We might have some really good GIFs from this stream. Oh, hey. What are you doing? Sideways, floor walker, moon, breakdancer. Oh, God, that's so good. I love Meteor.
Is that always the captains that are sideways walking?
Yeah. I don't know why. I was taking a look at them earlier today and I couldn't... Oh, there I go! Oh, down goes Lenny II.
I'll have to watch his demise. Oh, it was the tower got you.
Yeah. No, I'm okay with that. I mean, Lenny had a really good run. Or Lenny Jr. had a really good run.
Lenny didn't. Lenny Jr.
Lenny got
went out
killed.
to avenge.
Yeah, he got the shit kicked out of him. Oh, looks like our history actually saved this time.
Oh, it did.
Not sure. I mean, I cast a lot more fire spells than I'm seeing. This is just totally inaccurate. But we can see our titles received here. One of them is not right at all. I'm pretty sure I killed more than 2 enemies and 0 innocents. I maybe even more than on one map.
Well, I bet. I wonder if those enemies killed and innocents killed aren't calculated right, because when you step through the Nexus, the level's unloaded.
Oh,
and
yeah, that's a good point. Huh. So, other good ones, the second Cataclysm, I think that's just from our high number of buildings destroyed. The Burning, we took a ton of fire damage. And the Galvanized, that's storm damage based, I believe. The Untouchable, I don't know where that came from. Magus, that's just from number of spells cast. I think it upgrades to the next level at 1,000. And then the Whirling Tempest, that's just from our high level of storm spells cast. And we can see everything that happened to our character along the way. Every event is stored. All of our choices are recorded. And it's all cataloged by Xanthiacles the Chronicler. And that's this is a fine place to end our stream. It was and it's right after Tazmao. I'm not going to get your name right, but T-Dog showed up. I'm
Did
sorry.
you really just call him T-Dog?
I did call him T-Dog.
I apologize.
But this is where we will be ending our stream, unfortunately. You know, I tell you what, we can go through a tutorial level just so that our new friend can see how that goes. And the perpetual wind is still going strong. Oh well, actually, this is how it ends. There's nothing I can do. Can I even? I can't open the menu.
Well, this is our tutorial level. It's very pretty.
This is our beautiful tutorial level. But fortunately, we will be posting our stream to YouTube tomorrow and get it all cut down to some of the highlights, of which there were many today. There were some really good moments. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did as well. And we will see you. We will have another Twitch stream, hopefully in 2 weeks. That's kind of our schedule. And feel free to reach out to us on our subreddit or directly via email, which is on our website. Thank you all so much.